Yeah, you didn't misread the title. This is going to be a strange video to say the least. So to start off, I want to clarify, I am not making an I'm quitting video, primarily because I'm not remotely successful enough to make one that would be worth merit. Right, so I probably ought to explain myself because this video idea is complete lunacy, but I don't have enough of the Zelda video to be scripted for the next episode, so I needed to look through my other video ideas in the meantime to fill space. Cut to me eating my lunch earlier and just watching some Doug stream videos on YouTube because why the hell not, I like Doug. And I just happened to be scrolling through the comments when one caught my eye. The comment in question pointed out that the phrase aged beef dad has words that all contain letters that correspond to musical notes. So I sat with that for about 12 seconds before something else occurred to me. All of the words could be chords as well. So I ran with that. Now, I'd been wanting to make some original music for YouTube for a while now. I mean, don't get me wrong, making song covers is still fun, but I do enjoy making music as my own original stuff as well, but I couldn't really think of anything that was publishable worthy, so to speak, mainly because I couldn't get a lot of my ideas off the ground, and I just have an entire folder of whips that I'm just never going to get done at this point. But hopefully this dumb idea will stick, mainly because I've scripted this intro, and also the fact it's kind of a video of me documenting how I've made it, which I may continue doing depending on how well this does or how well it's received. Now, I just turned 19 at the end of 2023, and if you'd be willing to give me a late birthday present and subscribe, that would mean a lot. I'm also trying to hit 100 subs by the time I'm 20 at the end of this year, so let's see if we can do it, but don't feel pressured to subscribe, only subscribe if you like what you see. Now set on fulfilling this idea, I opened up MuseScore and got to work on the first 8 bars of the piece, and it was literally in the first bar where I realised I had a problem. Right, so problem number 1 is, well, the title, Aged Beef Dad, and the idea surrounding this entire video. Because they do work on paper as chords, but the problem stems with beef and dad, because I can't make it a perfect, like, word. Aged I can, and I can and obviously I can show you how. Because aged, I can just, let's do this. And we've got a starting chord. We've got aged, that spells aged, because that's, yeah, no, sorry, because that's A-G-E-D, aged. Beef is a bit more difficult, because I could do, because I need to go, because F is here, and obviously E is here, and I need to do 2 E's. So what I'm thinking, and I can do the same for dad as well, this is my thought process, and literally all you are seeing is me trying it out. I'm probably going to spend a lot of time on this, there's going to be a lot to cut in editing, but so we've got B, E natural, E flat, and F, which I'm actually going to change into an F sharp. So we've got, okay, we've got something. Starting off alright-ish. And then dad. So that's D-A-D. Pretty easy. I can just do D sharp on D flat. D sharp on D flat, and then just throw in an A. Let me try something actually. It's the last one. I don't think having an A there having an A there doesn't work for me. So we're gonna change that. Or at least having it as an A natural doesn't work. Okay, I like that, but what does it sound like if I do a sharp? I think the flat works better in this case. I think it works better when I flattened it. No, that doesn't work. If I did it... Well, you know what, we're just gonna stick with this. There's like the basic thing. So now we've got our chords. We've got H Beef Dad. We've got... H Beef Dad. It is a weird drop, but then it's such a big chord. Actually, no, I've just had a thought. Let me change one of the sets. B, C, D. What do we get with that? Sorry, that's meant to be sharp. Because then we've actually got Dad. That's actually better. That is better. In my opinion, that's better in my opinion, I think. I think that is infinitely better. Right. We've got the start. Now I need to change it again. Because I've done this in the wrong clef. These are the bass chords. These are what the whole thing's built around. No, actually, no, I don't need to change it. I can just make a root chord. Sorry, not make a root chord, but just have one chord per bar. It doesn't necessarily need to be in the exact order of H Beef Dad. This is the starting thing. This is like, this bar is the start. Or in 4/4, because I'm making this as easy as I can on myself. And it's 32 bars. So... Also, my phone's not on silent. There we go. So, we're starting with this. It sounds a bit weird, but this is not going to be a brilliant piece of music in the first place. Yeah, no, so I'm listening to this back at the moment, and I don't think this really works, having one chord and then that entire thing. So, what I'm going to do is change this. we're going to change it. Not the chord, the actual chord structure is fine. Those three, I don't know why my camera did that. Those three are fine on their own, but they don't work if I make one of them a single chord in the bass clef. So we're going to change something. We're going to start. Just going to get rid of that. But we are going to keep it. So we've got aged. We're starting with aged. We need to come up with a first bar for aged. So for this chord, so think starts with I've actually got a fairly good starting point because it's aged, literally. So AGED, we could start doing something like that. At least the first 3 bars make the chords the full word, and then the individual notes spell out the word over the course of the bar. So we've got a start, so it gives us like at least the starting 3 bars, as well as the main chords we're building this around, which I think works really well. But anyway, and also we can add other instruments later, but I'm doing this on piano because it's easier and that's how I know how to make music on. Like, that's a guarantee I know how to do this right, sort of thing. So, again, good. Aged. So we've got that's good. I like that. I like where we're going with this. So now we've got beef, which obviously been over before. Was probably the hardest part of starting this. So I will finish this and then we can cut back to when I've done this so you guys can hear it. Alright, so here we are for the full beginning. I'm a bit iffy on beef still. I want to... because that's... annoyingly, it is still a clap. I think we may need to change that. I think beef is going to have to be separated into 2 half chords, if that makes sense. So we're going to make it 2. Each of them is going to be 2 crotchets, basically. Not crotchets, minims. Minims. I knew what I meant. We're going to change that because I can't get that to work properly in terms of working with everything else. See, we've got something. We got to start. We have that start now. I think this is better. With the basic introduction established, I got to work. This whole segment is sped up as it took an entire half hour to compose on its own. After listening to what I'd come up with in the first 8 bars, I was blown away. I genuinely didn't think I was going to get such a decent sound so quickly. So after changing the key signature to G major, I present the first 8 bars. The next morning I thought back on what I'd done, and even though I was pleased with the first 8 bars, part of me remained skeptical of how well the idea as a whole would be received by other people, so I decided to get some second opinions. Yeah, just ignore this. I had an accent this morning. Hey, Crash, it's me. He hung up. I did try calling Crash again over Discord, but he just didn't pick up. Luckily, I do have other people. So, yeah, basically every note corresponds with a letter within each word, and each word counts as a chord, if that makes sense.
It does. It really sounds like an aged beef dad.
You're right.
No. When yeah. It was so young. She. But when you decide, it's really aged. Aged beef dad. She took the kids. It's aged beef. Aged beef dad.
So that was interesting. Still, I know more than 2 people, I suppose. So, yeah, basically they're all musical notes and chords.
For a Christmas album.
What?
For the Christmas album. Sounds like a good idea.
I already did that. That was what I did last month.
Oh, then what's this idea? I wasn't listening.
After all that, I figured I'd spare myself the embarrassment and just not ask anyone else for their opinion for the time being. So with that being said, I got back to work. And with that, I was done. So without further ado, here's the full thing. So I hope you enjoyed that. The full song on its own will be released alongside this video, if you just want to listen to that on its own. I had a lot of fun making this video, and everyone who was featured in it is credited and linked in the description. I also want to say thank you for clicking on this one. I know this is probably not what a lot of people were saying. Not what a lot of people who watch my channel expected, because I know I said I was going to keep doing the Zelda thing, but I've actually got someone to help me write with that for now. But that could still be a while in the works. I want to make the actual third part much more meaty than the last 2 by comparison, so that could still be a month or so away. I'm not really sure what I want to do from next month. I really want to do a Star Wars video. I might just do a Star Wars video. I might remake one of my old Star Wars videos, or I might make a sort of discussion one. I don't know. I want to do something more talky though. Is my point. I want to maybe look back at some really outdated shit and see what I can do. I might make a video on SWTOR or the Old Republic. Actually, I might do. Yeah, I'll do that. I like the idea of that. I'll do that. But that's it from me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, especially. And I'll see you all next month.